Today we're setting up your development environment. And here's the thing, choosing the right tools makes all the difference. We'll look at the entire spectrum of tools, from simple command line all the way up to the full Visual Studio experience. I'll show you everything, explain the trade-offs, and you can choose what feels right for your situation. Starting simple, just the command line and any text editor. This is where we'll begin because you can see everything that's happening. Then VS Code with the C# Dev Kit. This is honestly the sweet spot for most developers. Free, powerful, cross-platform. And Visual Studio, the granddaddy king emperor of .NET development, Windows only, but incredibly powerful. Now you might be wondering, why even bother with the command line when we have these amazing IDEs? Let me tell you why this matters more than you think. The command line shows you exactly what's happening, no magic, no hidden steps, just pure clear commands and results. It works exactly the same on Windows, Mac, and Linux. Learn once, use anywhere. That's powerful for your career. Here's the secret. Every IDE is just running these command line tools for you. Understanding them gives you power when things go wrong. Starting here builds real confidence. You're not dependent on any particular tool. You understand the fundamentals. Okay, this is way ahead of where you are right now, but here's a hard-won pro tip. Learning the command line isn't just about being hardcore, it's about understanding. When things break, and they will, you'll know what your IDE was trying to do. You can ask, what would Visual Studio be trying to do here, and where would that likely fail? That different perspective is gold. If you ever need to do DevOps work, and you probably will, command line knowledge is absolutely essential. All those build pipelines and automation scripts, pure command line. When your fancy IDE fails, you can drop down to basics and figure out what's actually happening. You're not helpless when the magic stops working. Understanding what tools do for you helps you use them better. You know when to trust them and when to take control yourself. This isn't anti-IDE. Visual Studio saves me hours every week, but I know what it's doing because I learned the fundamentals first. First thing, we need the SDK, not just the runtime. SDK is for developers, runtime is for running apps. We're developers now. The beautiful thing, one installer gives you everything. Compiler, project templates, package manager, the works. Download from dotnet.microsoft.com. Completely free, no registration required. Takes about 2 minutes to install. After installing, these 3 commands tell you everything's working. If you see version numbers, you're golden. These 5 commands are 90% of what you'll use. New, build, run, test, publish. That's it. Not so scary, right? VS Code is completely free and open source. Microsoft makes it, but anyone can contribute. No catch, no premium version. It runs on Windows, Mac, and Linux. Your whole team can use the same editor, regardless of their OS preference. Starts up in seconds, doesn't eat all your RAM, but has features that rival full IDEs. It's the best of both worlds. Thousands of extensions for everything imaginable. But for C# you really just need one, the C# Dev Kit. IntelliSense is like autocomplete on steroids. It knows every method, every parameter, and shows documentation as you type, set breakpoints, step through code, inspect variables, real debugging, not just console.log statements, a proper solution explorer just like Visual Studio, see all your projects, files, and references in one organized view, run and debug tests right in the editor. See which pass, which fail, and why. Testing becomes painless. Community Edition is completely free for individual developers and small teams. Full-featured, this is what most people need. Professional adds some team collaboration features and is for commercial development. Costs money, but not essential for learning. Enterprise has advanced architecture and testing tools. Expensive and definitely overkill for what we're doing. Find exactly where your code is slow. See CPU usage, memory allocation, database queries, all in beautiful visualizations. Tests run automatically as you type. See immediately if you broke something. This is like having a safety net while coding. AI-powered suggestions based on patterns from thousands of open source projects. It literally learns from the community. Change your code while the app is running and see changes instantly. No rebuild, no restart. It feels like magic. We'll start with pure command line. You'll understand exactly what's happening, no mystery. Then we'll add VS Code to make life easier. You'll appreciate it more because you'll understand what it's doing for you. After that, use whatever feels comfortable. You'll have the knowledge to choose the right tool for each situation. Pro tip, create a dedicated folder for your development work, like C Dev or Gira Dev. Keeps everything organized from day one. On Windows, get Windows Terminal from the Microsoft Store. On Mac, the default terminal is fine. Makes command line much nicer. You can always change tools later. Nothing we're doing locks you in. Start simple and upgrade as you need. If .NET isn't recognized, close and reopen your terminal. The installer adds it to path, but terminals need a restart. Having multiple .NET versions is fine and normal. The newest is used by default unless you specify otherwise. If VS Code can't find the SDK, restart it after installing .NET. Sometimes it needs a fresh start to detect everything. Command line tools come with the SDK. No extra download. Available immediately after SDK install. VS Code is about 350 MLRs, including the C# extension. Downloads in a couple minutes on decent internet. Visual Studio can be 10 to 30 gigabytes depending on what you install. That's why we're starting lighter. First, go install the .NET SDK if you haven't already. Get the latest LTS version, currently .NET 8. Open a terminal and run .NET version. If you see a version number, you're ready to code. Download and install VS Code. We won't use it immediately, but get it ready. Install the C# Dev Kit extension too. Create that development folder I mentioned. This is where all your projects will live. Stay organized from the start. Next up, we're writing actual C# code. We'll create a console application from scratch using just the command line. You'll understand every file, every command, every step. Get ready. You're about to become a real C# developer.